What's up, guys? Time Jim here. Today I'll be talking about a request video by Cynistar, and this will be going over the Encyclopedia and what they mean to novice people, what they mean to experts, and what I use it for, basically. Just to get it out of the way, I will be talking about the Marvel Encyclopedia because, like I said before, I'm more versed with Marvel. I grew up with Marvel, so this is why I'll be referring to the Marvel Encyclopedia. Now, there is a DC Encyclopedia, so if you're more inclined to the DC Universe side of the comic world, then go get it. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, whatever type of bookstore you frequent. It should be there, and this is what it looks like right here. So if you're more inclined to the DC Universe side of things, I highly suggest you get it and read up about it and add it to your collection. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. First of all, let's answer this question. Who should get an encyclopedia, be it Marvel or DC? Pretty much anyone who wants to get into a universe, a comic universe, be it Marvel or DC. Mainly for beginners. Beginners or novices, as I'll say. If they want to know more about a said universe, they need to pick up an encyclopedia because, one, they have a lot of characters in the Marvel universe. There's so many of them in the Marvel universe and the DC universe. But I mean, there's so many that people who are beginning to read comics won't know who from who, and a lot of people, when they read comics or they watch a movie, they don't really know their backstory, or a backstory isn't explained in the movie or in the comic because the comic assumes that their backstory and their powers and this and that and blah blah blah, and sometimes the comics they don't explain their powers or their backstory. So an encyclopedia would be a perfect place to start because encyclopedia, while it doesn't sometimes give a whole huge backstory on some characters, it will give a lot of their powers, their height, weight, and abilities and stuff like that. And sometimes they'll go deep into their backstory, and some characters they'll just give a brief description. However, a lot of the times though, they will give information to you about a said character. So this is definitely a good place to start if you really want to get into comics as a whole, and and if you're not too familiar with a said universe, this would be a great place to start right here. Also, for myself, basically, I tend to go back to reading the Marvel Encyclopedia because even though I have extensive knowledge over a said universe and stuff like that, I don't know everything. I only have so much hard drive space in this brain, I guess. So there'll be from time to time I'll have to go back and read about a certain character and find out what their powers are, or what their origins are. Maybe due to old age because I'm forgetting a lot of stuff, but even seasoned veteran comic readers like myself will need reference from time to time. So this is a good point to go back to and have reference to when you need the information for a video or for a game or for any reason at all. This is always a good place to go to when you need some sort of comic reference and some sort of basic information on a said character in a said universe. Now, a lot of this information is readily available on the internet. Even Marvel and DC have their own databases, basically. But this is always good to have in case the internet isn't readily available, or even you live in an area that you really don't have great internet, you know, you can always get this and reference it that way. And also, I didn't mean, you know, the other word, but also, you know, if you collect hardcovers and trade paperbacks, this looks really great right beside those. I mean, you know, when someone comes into your, you know, your man cave and stuff like that and sees, you know, a Marvel Encyclopedia or DC Encyclopedia among all your Marvel or DC trade paperbacks, they're gonna look at you like, oh man, this guy takes this stuff seriously, and this guy knows a lot of his stuff because he, you know, he has all this stuff readily available, information readily available whenever he needs it and stuff like that. So it's not only is it just good for reference, it's sort of kind of good for show sometimes. You know, it makes your collection look a little bigger or a little more full, and makes you look a lot more smarter. So yeah, I think that's a great place. There's also other things available. Now I'm talking as a Marvel guy, so that I'm going to use a Marvel material here. There's stuff like Marvel Atlas, which I have, that basically, you know, Marvel Comics produces, and they basically give information about their universe. And it's not a comic per se, like, you know, like panels and stuff like that, but it's just more information about a universe that Marvel Comics tends to churn out periodically to keep readers up to date and stuff like that, and current with the current universe. An example is the Marvel Handbook that Marvel will periodically produce in order for new readers and for readers like myself to sort of have even more reference to the current universe or to a past universe, you know. So there's another there's another sort of bit of reference you can use, but this right here, the Marvel Encyclopedia, I think it would be the best bet, because the Marvel Handbook can be a bit overwhelming to new readers. So if you really want to you know, dive in without being overwhelmed with information, I think the Marvel Encyclopedia would be better for you. Also, if you wanted to know information about a particular past event, like Age of Apocalypse or the Clone Saga for Spider-Man, this right here gives a little bit of backstory to those type of events. So, you know, they'll provide some information with it. They won't provide all the information with it. Basically, you'll have to get the comic to read it, or the set to read it, or even the hardcovers or trades to read it to find out more information. But if you wanted to find out a certain event, about a certain event, more than likely the Marvel Encyclopedia will have it and provide you with some information and some backstory to how that event went, and to provide you with some sort of basis and some sort of reference about said event. So I recommend this for everyone, novices, seasoned veterans like I am. You know, if you're a comic enthusiast, definitely go get either or DC or Marvel, and you know, go do it. So I told you guys I had a little bit of a story to tell you, mainly because I didn't use the Marvel Encyclopedia to gain all my knowledge of said events. Now, I read a lot of comics back in my day, but I didn't know you know, everything there was until I played this game. This is Marvel superheroes, basically. It's D&D with superheroes, with Marvel superheroes, basically. It's a pen and paper, and I used to play this to death when I was younger, when I was in my teens with my cousins. We would stay up until maybe 2, 3 in the morning, play this game. We had so much fun playing this game, and I gained so much knowledge from this game. They had stats on basically everybody in the Marvel Universe, And this is how I gained all my knowledge. Reading all the character sheets, and reading all their backstories, and reading their power charts, and you know, their abilities, their you know, their like, see if they're good at martial arts, or you know, their passive abilities basically, and all this stuff, and seeing how fly they can fast, and or how strong they are, or you know, how you know, what's their intelligence and stuff like that. So this is how I gained all my knowledge, basically. This is how I became a Marvel enthusiast, if I can use those terms. You know, I got good by reading all the stats and everything like that over and over and over again when I was younger, when I was in my teenage years, and with my cousins. And yeah, good memories, good times. I love this game. If you have a chance, if you happen to find this game in a comic shop with a bunch of character sheets, do yourself a favor and pick it up, because you'll have so much fun playing with your friends. It's basically, like I said, it's basically D&D with Marvel heroes, and I'm sure they have a DC one. I've never seen it, but I'm pretty sure there's a DC one. I never, you know, being a teenager, I didn't really favor DC, but knowing this now, I wish I would have. So yeah, pick it up, man. I really enjoyed it. I also gained knowledge too by playing Marvel Alphabet, which basically, with my cousins, was basically we would go through the alphabet, singing a letter with a character and going through it over and over and over again. So that's how we also grew knowledge as well. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you comment and subscribe and like this video. I'll be doing more videos, lots of news that came out this week, so I'll be doing a news update as well. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye guys.